The following informational advertisement is provided by Brachiopods Supporters United, or BSU. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's 11 p.m. Do you know where your brachiopods are? Hopefully at home safely, flourishing in their saltwater aquarium and dominating that ecosystem just as they were meant to do with ours. There used to be a time when brachiopods were the dominant marine invertebrate on the seafloor. Their colonies would stretch for miles and miles before the Permian Triassic extinction helped their cousin, the mollusks, come to power. Once it was that way, when the world was in peace and harmony with their brachiopod overlords, and everybody was happy. This informational video will help teach you how brachiopods once ruled, how they were unjustly removed from their seat of power, and how we can restore the natural order on Earth today, as God intended. First, we'll discuss how brachiopods function, then how the Permian Triassic unjustly usurped their power. Finally, we'll talk about the sorry state of brachiopods today, and what you can do to help. Let's cut now to last year's Brachiopod Convention, where distinguished researcher Danilo Hornsby tells the tragic story of brachiopods. Jim?
Danilo Hornsby here from the 2011 Brachiopod Enthusiast National Convention, brought to you by BSU. I teach at Duke University, and here we're good at what I call the 3 Bs: booze, basketball, and brachiopods. Let's begin. Due to the record number of newcomers here today, I'd like to start with a brief overview of the species that has come to mean more than me than all others combined. I can truly say I wish I was a brachiopod, the most interesting life form on the planet.
Yeah!
There are over 12,000 recognized species of brachiopods. Sadly, we learned about most of these species from their fossilized remains. Brachiopods burst onto the scene during the Cambrian explosion, along with many other species who developed shells. Your average brachiopod is about 1 to 100 millimeters large, with a hardened outer shell made of calcium carbonate. Brachiopods are filter feeders, whose body consists of 2 valves that protect the animal inside the shell. They open their shell to let food in. Their major organ, the lophophore, filters out the food and releases the rest of the water and waste the same way it came in. How exciting!
Lophophore, lophophore, lophophore.
Brachiopods are divided into 2 major classes: articulate brachiopods and inarticulate brachiopods. Articulate brachiopods, like the one shown here, have a posterior hinge and a set of teeth that lock its valves together when closed, whereas inarticulate brachiopods, shown here, simply rely on their muscle to keep the valve shut. Brachiopods and their simple way of life flourished, outcompeting more complicated organisms like bivalves for the warm and shallow areas of the water and faced little predation. That was until the Permian Triassic extinction!
Boo!
The exact causes of the PT extinction event are still unknown. It could have been caused by multiple catastrophic volcanic eruptions, asteroids, the release of methane hydrates from the Siberian traps, or a combination of all 3. These events drastically changed Earth's environment. Brachiopods would have been most affected by sulfur, methane hydrates, and CO2, combining to make the ocean anoxic, meaning brachiopods would not have any oxygen to breathe and suffocate.
No.
Or this chemical change in the composition of water would have caused the brachiopods shells to dissolve or be unable to form. Without their shells, brachiopods would have been helpless on the ocean floor.
Why, God, why?
An estimated 95% of total brachiopods were wiped out by the PT event, a true tragedy for the entire globe. Around 55 families ceased to exist, but a few courageous species, like the ones shown here, survived. Only 5 families of brachiopods remain intact today. 3 inarticulate families and 2 articulate families survive. Only 330 living species are recognized, compared to the 12,000 found in the fossil record. The genocide of the brachiopods will not stand.
Yeah!
We have the technology, and as soon as we get the funding, we will prevent this tragedy.
Yeah! Woo! So now you know the tragic fate of brachiopods. Although humanity seems doomed to be unable to correct this horrible act of nature, we here at BSU offer you one way to help this cause. Here at BSU, we've developed a 3-step, foolproof plan to restore brachiopods to their natural order. First, we fundraise and generate support for our cause. Second, we use your generous donations to construct a time machine to go back to the Permian-Triassic extinction and stop it from happening. We'll plug the volcano, we'll stop any meteors, and we'll definitely stop those methane hydrates from getting in our ocean and decimating brachiopod species. Now only few remain. But as you can see over here, if there's no Permian-Triassic extinction, then brachiopods are king and queen as they were always meant to be, dominating crinoids, mollusks, cephalopods, gastropods, echinoderms, and all other sea life that's not nearly as good as brachiopods. Although no humans may exist in this alternate future of the past, we all know that brachiopods will be happy, healthy, and well, just as they were meant to be. Brachiopods Supporters United would also like to thank our corporate supporters, the Better Brachiopod Bureau, Brachiopods Are People Too, and Brachiopods for President. Please send money today to the address on your screen. Thank you.